I want his voice shoved directly into my ear holes. Hey, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're brand new here. My name is Dan, and I want to discuss a song today that has had me in a chokehold since the first time I heard it. It's from Harry's House, and it is called Matilda. I've listened to this song several times before, but I wanted to go through the lyrics, analyse it a little bit, and see what story is actually being told here, because I think of all of Harry Styles' songs through his whole discography, this one probably has the strongest narrative. I also don't think it's autobiographical, and the question is it really about Matilda, as in the book character by Roald Dahl, or the film character, or has he just used the name for a random reason? Who knows? There's going to be a lot of pauses, alright, but if you want to listen to the song, go and listen to it on your favourite streaming service, or YouTube, obviously.
You were riding your bike to the sound of It's No Big Deal. And you're trying to lift off the ground on those old two wheels.
First of all, Mr. Styles, his voice. I want his voice shoved directly into my ear holes permanently. If I could think in Harry Styles' singing voice, I'd be a happy man. You were riding your bike to the sound of It's No Big Deal. So you're riding your bike and you're telling yourself over and over again, it's no big deal, it's no big deal, it's no big deal. And you're trying to lift off the ground on those old two wheels. So you're trying to lift yourself, you're trying to raise your spirits, you're trying to find that optimism, but you're on those old two wheels, the two wheels that you were riding around to the sound of It's No Big Deal. So this is obviously about some kind of trauma that's happened in your past, and you're trying to move on from it, or you're trying to reflect on it in some way.
Nothing about the way that you were treated ever seemed.
Nothing about the way that you would. I love that. I just love this song so much. I need to stop. Sorry for the pauses.
Especially alarming till now. So you tie up your hair and you smile like it's no big deal.
Nothing about the way that you were treated ever seemed especially alarming till now. You're assuming it's about the childhood. You're going back. Didn't seem alarming. It was just your normal. It was just normal life back then. Now you look back and you go, well, don't I know better now? And so you tie up your hair and you smile like it's no big deal. It's that whole, like, the metaphor of, like, right, you put your big girl pants on, get on with it, you tie up your hair, you get ready to go, and you smile like it's no big deal. Because at the beginning, you were riding your bike to the sound of It's No Big Deal. So you're just telling yourself over and over again, it's no big deal, it's no big deal. You put your hair up, you believe it, you smile, and you're like, right, we're moving forward. Because
you can throw a party full of everyone you know, not invite your family because they never showed you love.
It's just, it's so heartbreaking. You can let it go. You can throw a party full of everyone you know and not invite your family because they never showed you love. I actually feel like I'm going to cry. It's like giving permission to this person who has had a really bad experience growing up. Their family's obviously not been great, and giving them permission to say, you can choose your family. You can choose your friends. You can choose your family, and you don't have to invite people that didn't support you, didn't build you up, haven't loved you unconditionally. They do not deserve to be there.
Don't have to be sorry for leaving and growing up.
You don't have to be sorry for leaving and growing up. Oh God, this song will be so important for so many people because the messaging is just so powerful, and I know it's so relatable to so many people.
Matilda, you talk of the pain like it's all alright. But I know that you feel like a piece of you's dead inside.
You talk of the pain like it's all alright, but I know that you feel like a piece of you's dead inside. Because it's your childhood. So this childhood that she's not had because of a shitty family. How many people do we know that have had a crappy childhood but joke about it and make light of it and talk about it like, yeah, it's fine. It's absolutely fine. Do you know what it reminds me of? You know, on TikTok, people are doing this like trauma salads where they're like, hey, I had this really bad thing happen to me as a child and I bought the bowl. Or like, hey, so my ex-boyfriend cheated on me and had a family in Australia for years and I bought the Jolly Ranchers. It's not funny. But you gotta laugh, haven't you?
You showed me a power that is strong enough to bring sun to the darkest days.
First of all, that melody every time. You show me a power that is strong enough. I just love that. I don't know, I'm not a music technician. I don't understand what it is, but whatever that is, makes me all tingly. You showed me a power that is strong enough to bring sun to the darkest of days. So this girl, Matilda, not only is she dealing with all of this herself, but through doing that, she has showed Harry, the narrator, a power that is strong enough to bring sun to the darkest days. It's none of my business, but it's just been on my mind. It's none of my business, but it's just been on my mind. Like, he's just thinking about her strength and resilience and how much this has like influenced him to feel happier. It's none of my business, but it's just been on my mind. Oh, I love that. I love that so much. And then we get another chorus. You can throw a party full of everyone you know. But then he says,
you can see the world following the seasons anywhere you go.
You can see the world following the seasons anywhere you go. You don't need a reason because they never showed you love. You don't need their permission. You don't need their permission to travel the world. You don't need the permission to go to the best place at that time of year. Like following the seasons. Yeah, when it's hot, go to Australia. When it's cold, go, I don't know, Norway. Somewhere that's stunning in the cold. Iceland. I don't know. I don't travel much. I don't get out of my house much. This isn't the bit of the song that I need to relate to anyway, okay? But I just love that. They never showed you love. Like, you don't need their permission. You live your life. You don't have to be sorry for doing it on your own. Because the guilt trip of these parents and these families that raise their kids, it is that kind of, I don't know, I don't want to say Stockholm Syndrome, but like, Stockholm Syndrome. You don't have to be sorry for doing it on your own because not only do they have to have permission, but these families will look at somebody who is doing well for themselves and somebody who wants better than what they've got. They want to get out of this situation. They want better for themselves. And they put on this guilt trip. Oh, you're going there? What about me? What about me? You've bought yourself something nice. You've bought yourself a nice pair of trainers with your first paycheck. What about me? I haven't had new shoes. Oh, you went out for a meal, did you? You went out for a lovely meal. What about me? I've cooked your meals since you were a baby. Why aren't you taking me out for a meal? It's that kind of manipulation that all of a sudden, shred it, do it on your own. There's no guilt. You've cut them out of your life because you've got your chosen family now, haven't you? Love it.
You're just in time, make your tea and your toast.
You're just in time, make your tea and your toast. I don't 100% know what this means, but how I read it, right? You're just in time. So it's like you're on your own schedule, okay? You've taken control of your life, which means you're always on time. You're not late, you're not early, you are doing it yourself. You're just in time. Make your tea and your toast. Have a chill, sit down, relax. Something so simple, isn't it? Tea and toast is so simple, so British as well. But like you make your tea, you make your toast, you sit down in the conservatory, not that I've got one, with all the sunlight, the natural light coming through the big windows. You drink your tea, you eat your toast, just butter. You just want butter on your toast. No jam, no Nutella, no Marmite. We're not messing around with the nonsense, all right? Buttered toast, tea, maybe with sugar in it. Not too. Don't worry about it.
Framed all your posters and dyed your clothes. Ooh.
You framed all your posters. I read that as like you have posters on your walls when you're young, and a lot of the time, people around you might not understand, might not like them. So like you're a teenager. You might have a poster of, I don't know, One Direction on your wall, and your family will go, oh God, you listen to that crappy pop music by that silly little boy band. And you're like, oh, so you have to feel ashamed of the things that you like, that you display, that you like, right? But you're in your own house now. So those things that you had on your walls when you were a teenager that you still like, you don't have to be ashamed of it anymore. Put it in a frame. Put it in pride of place above your mantelpiece, because there's no one coming in here in your safe space that is going to be like, ugh, what is that? No. None of that foolery. And dyed your clothes. And again, I think it's just something simple. It's a choice. You want to just do whatever you want. You want to wear all black clothes, dye all your clothes black. No one gives a shit. There's no one to give a shit, because you have only chosen people in your life who are going to support your decisions.
I don't believe that time
Oh, you don't have to go. You don't have to go home. Oh, there's a long way to go. I don't believe that time will change your mind. I don't believe that time will change your mind. This decision is the right one. You know it's the right one. You stick by it. No matter how much time passes, you're never going to want to go back there. You're never going to want to have them back making your decisions and ruling your life and making you feel so small and making you think, oh, it's no big deal. Do you know what I mean? You don't want to be riding your bike anymore, thinking it's no big deal. It is a big deal. You've moved on. You've healed. I don't believe that time will change your mind.
I know they won't love you anymore as long as you can let them go.
I know they won't hurt you anymore as long as you can let them go. The onus is on you. It's up to you. But they won't hurt you anymore as long as you can let them go. Ah! This is the signing of the adoption papers, isn't it? In Matilda, the book, the film. It's like, let me stay with Miss Honey. I can't believe they made Matilda American. Anyway, I know they won't hurt you anymore as long as you can let them go.
You can start a family who will always show you love. Don't have to be sorry for doing it on your own.
Ugh, it's just so powerful. And like I say again, like, it's just such a simple story, isn't it? Of a young person who is in a really toxic environment growing up, and they have to question themselves and they have to convince themselves that this is normal, or they're not even sure that it's not normal until they're out of that situation and they're like, what the fuck was that? That was my life under those people, and now it's just all gone and changed and you can choose your family. I just think it's such a powerful song, and like, I know there are so many people that would need this. You don't have to be sorry for leaving and growing up. That alone. You don't have to be sorry for leaving and growing up. None of us do. Nobody does. It's part of life. People should encourage you to leave and to grow up and to experience new things and to travel and to put your posters into frames and eat your toast and drink your tea and dye your clothes and stop riding your bike to the sound of it. It's no big deal. 10 out of 10 has. Like, I never would have put Matilda as one of my favourite songs from Harry Styles, but I think it is one of his best songs. I think it's one of the best on Harry's House, 100%. Like, I love Satellite and Boyfriends and Little Freak and Matilda. I think they're the best 4 songs. And I know Boyfriends get a lot of hate, and if you are one of those people that hate on Boyfriends... What was that? I don't know what it was. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, please subscribe if you did. I'm going to be going through a lot more songs, picking apart the lyrics and the stories that are being told. If there's any songs you'd like me to cover, please put them in the comments and I will get to them. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again very soon. All right, love you. Bye.